It's all gone wrong. Snake's standing at the edge of a cliff. Failing to disable an AA gunner, his extraction helicopter is now a burning wreckage. And an armoured tank is heading straight for him. But there is hope. Pulling out a detonator, the C4 laid just seconds before sends the tank soaring over his head into the sea. But it also sends him grappling the edge of the cliff with his fingertips. He survived, but there's no time to celebrate. He needs to get out. Clambering off the cliff and into a jeep, it screams past RPGs and plows through soldiers before making a gallant assault on a blockade. With little over-exaggerated Hollywood airtime, he's free. For now. Had the player managed to take down the anti-aircraft gunner or been a little quicker to neutralise the soldier that spotted him, it would have played out very differently. This is Metal Gear Solid 5, Kojima's open-world super-secret new entry in the seminal tactical stealth series. At Tokyo Game Show, 2 new gameplay demos have been revealed, and I've had enough time to sink my teeth into them and extract the juicy gameplay nuggets. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm not going into any of the story details past the fact that this is set after the events of Peace Walker and before the events of Metal Gear 1. Now, there are some great story theories and analyses online, but I'm not going to go into them because I just don't know the lore enough. Now, let's get on to the gameplay. Metal Gear Solid has changed. It's more than the multi-path sneaking assault course that it used to be. Your goals and objectives are a result of the intel you connect from the ever-changing environment, which is a huge open world populated with military bases, complete with a day-to-night cycle and dynamic weather. How you interact with the world, be it by interrogating guards, distracting them with searchlights, or eavesdropping on radio, defines gameplay events far beyond the run-and-hide dynamic of previous games. In this special mission shown at TGS, the player selects it from a mission select screen in a helicopter. This could mean that in the game we're able to go back and play missions we've already completed. The player takes control of Snake at the start of the demo as he sneaks into the camp in the day by hiding between luggage in the back of an enemy truck. As the truck drives through the camp, the driver is unknowingly giving you the grand tour. Pulling up binoculars marks visible enemies on your map, letting you keep tabs on them throughout the mission. In the nighttime demo, Snake takes hold of a searchlight to better scope out the area. This map and all your mission objectives are displayed on a holographic device called the iDroid, meaning you'll spend less time paused in menus. Now, this move away from pause screen menus and fourth wall breaking video gaminess is a testament to how much Kojima Productions have done to make your control over Snake and his mission feel much more genuine. Movements are silky smooth and Snake can now dive, jump, slide and crawl into a variety of positions with ease, some of which are surprisingly seductive. Snake can only carry 4 weapons at once, as well as an assortment of throwables, accessible with a redesigned selection wheel. Gone are the days of a bottomless inventory, presumably located inside Snake's intestines. After dropping a guard on a tower with the signature silenced tranquilizer pistol, it's holstered on his side, alongside an M4S with a sling. And this permeance of weapons is another nice touch that makes the world feel so much more believable. As does the sounds. Now, footsteps and noises you make have always been part of Metal Gear Solid's stealth systems, but now all the different surfaces you walk on have subtle variations in the sounds they make. And it makes the atmosphere feel so rich. Maybe it's not used in stealth, but it's cool nonetheless. The Metal Gear Solid stealth logic clearly remains. The Snake sneaks past the tower into the camp, avoiding lines of sight. But the classic hiding behind corners and staying out of sight is supported with a fully overhauled CQC system. When Snake puts a guard in a chokehold, you have 3 options: interrogate, knock out, or kill. Interrogation now allows you to ask specific questions and therefore extract the information you need. Once the guard has spilled the beans about the information you're after, it's marked on your map. As always, you can pick up a move knocked out enemies out of sight, but now they've got nice ragdoll physics. And CQC flows much better in combat as well. Making his way to the tower, Snake approaches 2 guards talking to each other. Of course, the best course of action is to throw them both into the ground sequentially. No one ever heard a peep. Now, in the nighttime demo, Snake finds Chico, escorts him out of the camp and calls the extraction chopper without anyone knowing. And that's pretty much the end of the mission. It's been said that your chopper is customizable and you can have it play your own music when it lands. And it doesn't have to be Ride of the Valkyries. It's in the daytime demo when Snake gets what he needs, an audio cassette with a Sony Walkman, cutting edge technology in 1986, that things start to go wrong. A guard wakes up, spots him, and the classic alert klaxon sounds. But now you can't just run off screen and hope the timer ticks down before the guards walk by. The reason Metal Gear Solid looks so gorgeous is due to Kojima Productions' new Fox engine. The translation of the logo means to let the world be. For as much content as possible, Kojima Productions used 3D photo capture and laser scanning to store as much details about the object as possible. When that's dropped into a world with real lighting, atmospheric scattering and gamma correction, it makes for an incredibly realistic and subtle colour and shadow spectrum. In other words, it looks great. Now back to the gameplay. Now when you are spotted, time slows down and tapping R1 centers you on the offending guard. In some situations this will avoid raising an alarm, but in this case, Snake just isn't that lucky. Kojima may have made jokes about the franchise changing to resemble more modern military shooters, but the changes made to gunplay and combat make Metal Gear Solid 5 action feel just as competent as any other third or first person shooter out today. Particularly the movement system, which allows 360 aiming while prone, which makes you much more versatile in a gunfight. With quicker weapon switching, smoother cover-based reversal and fully regenerating health, going loud feels more like an exciting evolution of the mission, rather than a frustrating punishment for getting spotted in older games. As his extraction chopper is shot down before his eyes, Snake makes a beeline on foot for the exit, dashing, sprinting and jumping over covers to neutralize enemies on the way. But the forces are mounting. There's a tank on his tail and soon enough he's grappling the edge of the cliff. And we're back to where we started. Particularly in the daytime demo, you can see how Metal Gear Solid 4's open world dramatically changes the structure of the world. It very much feels like the player is planning and deciding the course of the missions, and the mechanics have evolved to enable this in an elegant and intuitive way. Purists might loathe some of the fundamental changes, which essentially make the gameplay overall more forgiving. There's been a particular outcry over regenerating health, but the game is much better for it. The Phantom Pain's open world is an intricate net of interacting agents and variables, and it lets you take part in a long series of gradually escalating domino effect events. Metal Gear Solid 5 hits on perhaps the biggest gripe of the series. It takes elements like intel and mission planning out of cutscenes and puts them into gameplay. The result is rewarding, thoughtful and tense gameplay that relies on the player's cunning more than ever before. Here's hoping the gameplay we've seen isn't all part of a fever dream. We wouldn't put it past Kojima. Thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with our coverage on next gen and upcoming games. We're also going to Eurogamer where we're going to get hands on with the newest titles, a video coming on that soon. So if you enjoyed it, please share it and subscribe. See you next time.